Hi, this is Mr.Epp, and in this video we are going to be using the array strategy to solve multiplication problems. An array is a set of objects in rows and columns. So here you can see that we have 3 columns of circles and 2 rows of circles. And so we could simply multiply 2 times 3 to find out the total number of circles. This strategy can be really helpful when counting large sets of objects. So if I asked you to count each of these green circles, it would take you a very long time. Instead, we can just count the number of columns, the number of rows, and multiply. So on the top we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 green circles. And along the side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the side. So we could multiply 12 times 12, which equals 144. Much faster than counting. Let's say that I don't know that 12 times 12 is 144. Maybe I haven't mastered that fact. Well, what I could do instead is I could divide this into smaller sets that will make it easier for me to add together. So instead of looking at the 12 along the top, let's say I start by just looking at the first 10, and then I look at the 10 along the side. I could box those in knowing that I have a set of 100, because 10 times 10 is 100. I have 2 more columns along the top and 10 rows of 2. I know that 10 times 2 is 20. I can do the same thing down at the bottom. I'm also left with a small little box over here of the 2 times the 2 is 4. I could then add all of those up. So the 100, the 20, the 20, and the 4 to create 144. We can use this idea of an array to solve really large problems in multiplication. But instead of seeing sets of objects, we're going to create arrays with numbers because, drawing out hundreds of dots would be very time consuming. So let's try solving the multiplication problem 23 times 56. To begin, I'm going to draw the side and the top of my array. I'm then going to divide my numbers into their place values. So 23 becomes 20 and 3, 56 becomes 50 and 6. I'm going to create lines, and the reason will become clear in a moment. I now look at my numbers and the spaces they connect in, and I start to multiply. So my 50 and my 20, they're going to connect in here in the middle, and they have the largest area because 50 and 20 will have the largest product. So I multiply the two numbers. Now I can do that mentally. You'll have to use your own strategies for doing that. 50 and 20 I know multiply to create 1,000. Now I can choose to continue in any order I like. I'm going to go from the 50 over here to the 3. So 50 or 5 tens, 3 ones, I multiply 50 times 3. The answer to that is 150. I'm then going to multiply my 20 and my 6. 20 times 6 I know is 120. And then finally the smallest section over here goes for just my ones, the 6 and the 3. I know that 6 times 3 is 18. The final step is to add all these numbers together. So I have my 18, my 150, my 120, and my 1,000. Adding them all up, I see that the answer is 1,288. And that is how we use the array model to multiply large 2-digit numbers.